Hi, it's Jessie from Tula. In this video, we're going to look at some signs of true health. Then I'll share with you Ayurveda's 4 pillars of health, and these are fantastic tools, and I'll go into how we can apply these tools, these pillars, to our own life so we can live healthy and happy. So if that sounds exciting for you, please stick around, and remember, always use your own discernment when you're listening to any advice given to you online. With that being said, let's get started. All right then, so let's start by looking at some signs of true health. Now, one of them is glowing skin. Next is the whites of our eyes. That's a very good indicator of our health, actually, how white that part of our eye is. Balanced, consistent energy levels throughout the day. And side note, because people always say at the end of the day, oh, I'm so tired at the end of the day. And my Ayurvedic teacher would always say, well, it's the end of the day. We're supposed to be a bit tired. So consistent energy levels, good sound sleep. So we're falling asleep within 15 minutes, more or less, and then not waking up throughout the night. Easy and regular elimination. That's first thing in the morning. It shows that it's healthy, and the consistency should be like a ripe banana. And finally, good clarity, a good demeanor, emotional regulation, and easy to make decisions. These are all signs of true health. So take a look and spot if you have any of these signs. Great, congratulations, you're balanced. And perhaps if you don't have any of them, not to worry. That's what we're going to look at now and how we can address that. So what are these 4 pillars of health according to Ayurveda? Number 1 is our ahar, our diet, anything that we consume. Number 2 is vihar, our lifestyle and daily habits. Number 3 is the quality of our sleep. And number 4 is the proper management of our sexual energy. So let's take a look at each one of these in detail. Okay, so let's start with pillar number 1, which is ahar, or our diet. Now, Ayurveda recommends that you eat food with a lot of prana, which is the life force energy. Basically, it translates to fresh food. The fresher, the better. So organic, any food that isn't sprayed with chemicals, which is quite hard to come by these days. Locally sourced food, if and when. Food in season, fruits and vegetables in season. And we want to avoid overeating, so we can stop at the first burp. That's the body's way of telling us we've had enough. And avoid eating within 2 to 3 hours of going to sleep. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, our diet is everything that we consume. So not just the food and the liquids. We also want to become aware of anything we consume in the senses. For example, things that you watch, series on Netflix or movies. It's good to just be conscious of what we're consuming. For example, if you like action movies with a lot of violence, be aware that you're consuming that violence and the body is then having to process it. Also, things that we put on our skin, we consume that too. So if it's full of chemicals, again, just be conscious that the body is needing to digest and eliminate those toxins. So we're just giving it a little bit of extra work. Anything that we consume is considered our diet, our ahar. Pillar number 2 is our vihar. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please forgive me. Vihar, which is our lifestyle. Now, Ayurveda suggests that we adapt our lifestyle according to our prakruti, which is our unique constitution. In Ayurveda, everybody is considered a unique individual, which is so true and so beautiful. So it means that our prakruti, which is our unique point of balance, is different. The activities and the food that we consume will be different for everyone to reach that point of balance. If you would like to know more about what your Prakruti is and what this means for you, check out my website. I have a free questionnaire that you can download to find out your Prakruti. So depending what your Prakruti is, this would then influence what your daily activities are, your home environment, your work environment, your family. All of these things you can then filter through your Prakruti so that we're honoring what our point of balance is. The third pillar is quality of sleep. We want a really sound sleep. And there are many things that we can do to improve the quality of our sleep. I'll give a few examples here, and I think I'll make another video going into more depth for this. But a few examples are, as I mentioned before, not eating 2 to 3 hours before sleep. Avoid screen time at least 1 hour before sleep. When we're using any kind of screen, the image is actually flickering at such a fast rate we don't see the flicker. But there's an awful amount of movement in that we're not even conscious of, and that certainly affects our sleep. That's another thing we can do. Having a quiet atmosphere, a good bed, and I will make another video on this because there's more examples. So really sound sleep. And the other key point about sleep is that we are asleep during the pitta time of night, which is from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. The pitta time of day is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. when the sun is highest in the sky, and that's when we have actually the most energy to digest, to do things. We have our fire awakened in us. At night, it's the same energy, but this energy is used to digest the day. So if we are awake at this time of night, we're not giving our body the time, the best time, for it to regenerate. And this is why we get kind of hungry or a second wind at about 10 p.m. at night or 11. We suddenly feel we've got more energy. Yes, that energy should be rejuvenating us while we're sleeping. So if good quality sleep is really getting to bed before 10, personally, I'm a little bit more flexible. I sort of go for 11. What I've observed is if I go to sleep before midnight, I feel much better the next day than if I go to bed at midnight or afterwards. And finally, the last pillar is proper management of our sexual energy. So this isn't too much or too little or inappropriate. We need to manage our sexual energy. It's our life force energy. It's a beautiful thing, but we don't want to expel it or put it where it's not necessarily serving us, or even not engaging with it. So proper management of sexual energy is the last pillar. So as we start to manage these 4 pillars in our life, we will see that we start inviting balance back in and the body functions better. So what we're doing is we're priming our bodies for the best environment in order for it to do its job. So it's very, very beautiful, these practices, and I've given a very brief introduction to them here. What I encourage is that you just consider how you manage these 4 pillars in your own life, and you know better than anyone in areas where you might not be honoring these pillars so much, areas that you are, and how that affects you. So just use it as a brief moment of self-reflection, and if any ideas pop up to you of slight changes you could make to help support your health in this way. Alright guys, that's it for today. I really hope that you found something useful in this video, or at least that you enjoyed it. As I said before, if you would like more information on your Prakruti or what Ayurveda means to you, and you would like to take it further, here is my website. Check it out. There's a free PDF of daily practices that we can do, and also the questionnaire to find out your Prakruti, your unique constitution and point of balance. And I'll be very happy to help you with your journey, so please get in touch. Alright guys, thank you very much. As you can see, the channel is very small, so if you would like to support me, please like the video, share it with someone you think this would be helpful for, and of course subscribe for more videos of some top Ayurvedic tips. Thank you very much for watching. Have a beautiful life.